and I will tell you the story. I will show you the story of Naruto. Just email me and I'll send you an email. So you'll have to give me your email address, but you can give me any kind. It doesn't matter. The thing is, I'll email you the story of Naruto. But I just wanted to reiterate what I feel, what many of us feel out of the world, when voices can be heard through places like YouTube, through email, through Twitter. I don't really like Facebook, but you know, whatever, right? And so, you know, but the perfect example, yeah, YouTube, you know, we created YouTube. The people created YouTube. Yes, someone invented it, but it was not one person. It was many people. Just like the computer was not built by one person. It was built by many people. You see Bill Gates, you see whoever that is that built the Apple computer, those two guys. Pardon me for not remembering their names right now. Just because I cannot remember them, their names does not mean that I think of them as less important. Steve Jobs and what is his name? Robert Kowalski. I don't remember, but you can look it up. The point is, yeah, that YouTube and the internet and all these other things, they might have been created by a lot of people, but exponentially more people use it and keep it alive, you see? And so, you know, the freaking TV, who uses, email me if you actually watch TV on a regular basis besides anything other than, you know, your favorite TV show. If you like surf the fucking TV, email me, because I think that's hilarious. But the computer, YouTube, you broadcast yourself and you spread, you share information, the internet, blogs, you share information, yeah? Howto.com, even though it's got a horrible interface and the website freezes all the time. Howto.com, HOWTO. That place is like a subsidiary of YouTube, not legally, and it sucks with the interframe. But the fact is that people are sharing what their knowledge that they have to the world, and most of the time, the majority of the time, it is free. It is free knowledge. That they're not requesting payment. You know, everyone has to survive, and currently, most people in this world have been duped, have been forced into this regime of money, this promoting of greed. Yeah. So I mean, most people cannot do too much about it alone. Yeah. Because you know, they're usually not U.S. citizens. Most of the world is not a U.S. citizen. 90% of the world is not a U.S. citizen. It's fucking hard to be a U.S. citizen. You should take the test. I bet you won't pass it. The test to be able to even acquire English as a second language. I mean, it's fucking hard. You may think that English is everywhere. It is in every country, yes. But once I show you the story of Akatsuki, you will understand how little it is actually taught in the world. You see, it is institutionalized and it is galvanized to be used as some kind of what the hell is it? As to be used as some kind of what would you say, entrance point into the regime, the empire of Akatsuki, the G20, the economically wealthy 20 most countries in the world. Economically wealthy? What the fuck does that mean? I will tell you that economics, that is a term in money, and money is an illusion. They're not wealthy. The world, humans, they see wealth, but they cannot have wealth. Wealth is something around you. Wealth is your resources that you have. The empires of the world in the history have never actually had much wealth compared to the rest of the world. The world that they have to rape to acquire things from, the metal that they pour out of the ground that creates these earthquakes, which subsequently creates these tsunamis, and they pour toxins into the air, which mess up the air and cause storms and all these freaking hurricanes and tornadoes, and heat up the air to create more an acidity in the air with all this sulfur. You can't even wash your face during rain anymore. I remember my family, my people, they used to wash themselves in the rain. Yeah, you can't even do that anymore because it's so acidic because of the sulfur and all the toxins that their body, their skin gets red, so they choose not to wash in the rain anymore. And then you know what that forces people to do? That forces people to have to purify the fucking water. That's not natural, right? I mean, we only purify water when we get it from the river because it has like say bacteria, viruses, and parasites in there, and you don't want that, right? I mean, you can take a chance if you're actually eating well and exercising and learning. Then your immune system is so great that parasites cannot even live in your body. And for a while, yes, earlier in the past civilizations, say if you go back about 10,000 years, 7,000 years, even 5,000 years, or 4,000 years, even 3,000 years ago, we do not have this medicine. We were able to survive with these parasites in us because we excreted them out because our immune system was so good. These viruses, they did not kill us because our immune system was so good. But now we are filled with all these toxins like mercury. Mercury is in every freaking American sold product. You should look it up. Yeah, some Dr. Mercola.com. This doctor is promoting knowledge, truth, yeah, and he's accredited. He's no sham. He's no mockery. He's the real thing. And he as a side note, he sells a lot of bullshit, but he always tells the truth. And it's truth that you will not hear in most places. Most doctors are a part of they sign a petition that basically, even though you read it and it says one thing to you, to the doctors, their actions promote something totally different. They give you vaccines with all these metals like mercury and lead and all these fucking things, aluminum. What the fuck? I will give you a quick lesson and you can Google it right now. Do it right now. Aluminum, heavy metal, mercury, heavy metal, lead, heavy metal. All three of these things are toxic to the body because they cannot be used by the body, and so they get in between your organism. Organism means the interaction. I forgot what the definition is, but anyway, so they get in between your cells, and your cells cannot perform correctly in a natural state because of these heavy metals. And if you go back to the Roman Empire, not that you want to do that, but if you go back to the Roman Empire when they started falling, right when they had their first emperor, Emperor Augustus, this man organized people to poison their own Roman people. They poisoned the Roman people. You see, it could be debatable about Rome being an empire before the first emperor, but after the first emperor, there was no doubt that it was an empire. You see, and he dumbed down his people on purpose. He built the irrigation systems, but he purposely built them out of lead. And yes, we had alchemists back then. Even the Greeks of Socrates' age, they knew which metals were harmful. But this emperor Augustus, he made the irrigation systems with concrete, but he laced it with plated lead. So all the kids were fucked up. All the kids, they couldn't even think. The brains couldn't even work. The bodies could not work. They developed all these diseases and everything, yeah? And so he did it to dumb down the population so he could control them more. Of course, we all know that it only led to their downfall. And we can look back and say that they did this wrongly. But the U.S., they're doing it on purpose even though they know what's happened. They're doing it because of what's happened, yeah? They want to dumb down the population so that you don't know how to exercise. And I'm not talking about these fucking ball games that all the fucking idiots go to in droves and masses that they watch and they sit down, or they want to play basketball. What the fuck? That does nothing for the body. I mean, it does something, but it doesn't really. It's nothing compared to true exercise. It's like yoga. The combination. It's not just one thing. It's the combination that develops brain cells. I know this. You can ask me and I will give you the facts. I will give you the information. I will give you the data, whatever you need to soothe your brain, because it is true. Exercise, the true exercise, like running. It promotes, it develops brain cells, and we all know that we need at least one brain cell to learn one new word. Every single word requires at least one brain cell to truly know for the rest of your life. If you learn it and you are able to learn it for the rest of your life and remember it and repeat it, it takes at least one brain cell for every freaking word. So you tell me with all these chemicals and this MSG, this monosodium glutamate, all this, they lace the American food products with this, yeah? And so people cannot think clearly. So then they must rely on the government even more. They must rely on each other even more, they say. But you see, they cannot rely on each other because they're all fucked up. They're all taking the same thing because it's mandatory. It's in all the fucking food. You can't even really buy. You know how much organic food costs? It's not because it costs as much to make. It's just because the non-organic food is subsidized. Subsidy. You should look up this word, subsidy. This is what Americans use. This is what empires use. This is directly associated with money, the illusion, the promotion of greed. All three of these things: money, the promotion of greed, and subsidies, S-O-U-B-I-Z-E. This thing is it's wrong. It's evil. It's evil. Whatever you want to call it. You see, one person is promoted something, and they're guaranteed by governments where the people don't even vote on the thing. Like these oil companies, I don't want to get into that. That's been talked about, right? I don't want to get into that right now. Let's just keep it simple, right? So you've got your health at hand. When you do yoga or something of the sort, you stretch every day, your body grows new muscle cells. Well, I bet you didn't know that, right? Or maybe you did, but you just don't do this shit because whatever the fuck reason you don't understand how important it is, how pertinent it is to actually do this, to be alive, yeah? And you're supposed to learn every day. You do all these three things. You eat real food, organic food, like you grow out of your backyard, that stuff. You grow chickens out of your backyard like real people in the real world. Not industrialized where you get paid for a freaking check every day and everybody makes the food for you, but you don't even see them make the food. It comes from a freaking factory, yeah? And it comes from a farm. You think it's a farm, but if you actually look it up, these so-called farms, if they are subsidized farms, they're not real farms. They're the factories where they put these chickens, they grow them in freaking tubes, right? Basically tubes. You should look it up to know exactly what I'm talking about. But my time is running out for right now, so I will just end this video on the note of vote for Ron Paul. The primaries, register Republican, whatever party he's in, you have to vote for this guy. That is the least that we can do. I have other plans. We have other plans. Anonymous has other plans, but this is the least that we can do, is voting for someone who speaks out for the truth, who speaks the truth, not just for the truth. He speaks the truth. And though a lot of people disagree with him, I personally don't agree with him with everything, but compared to the rest of these monarchies, these oligarchies, these people that they want to be president just to pay off motherfuckers so they can get paid, this money, this illusionary motherfucking thing that the other people in real civilizations don't even really use. They make all the food in the villages, then they share. Do you know what that word is? Yeah? So I guess I would say vote for Ron Paul right now. This may be your last chance. I'm not even joking. If you want to know why, just ask me. Email me. I will let you know. You can see through my eyes. You can see through the eyes of humanity.